y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Jessie and I'm here to bring you guys some true tea on what's been going on as a new registered dental hygienist. So I took the liberty to write some things down, some stuff that I have learned throughout my few months working as a registered dental hygienist, and it's a lot. I've learned a lot. I've learn the ins and outs of being a true hygienist, and you're not gonna truly know how it feels until you are actually in the field. School does not prepare you for the stuff that you go through. Of course, there's only so much you can learn in those 2 to 2.5 years worth of college, and like it's been interesting. It's been a great journey, don't get me wrong, but I've learned so much. And try not to let school make you feel like you know it all, because you won't. I'm still learning to this day. So yeah, let's get into it. I wrote some stuff down and we're just gonna go through these notes that I've written down, and we're just gonna talk about it, okay? And I also got me some wine. Yes, because it's much needed. Okay. Where are we? Okay. So one thing I really appreciate about Hygiene, and I guess really the company I work for, is that the people I work for, they're really like a team. And so I remember talking about a lot of videos ago about how I really enjoyed and appreciated my classmates in school, and how we were always a team. We always helped each other no matter what. We helped each other break down the ops, when we were busy and backed up and really needed people to help us. So when I transitioned into actually working as a registered dental hygienist, praise the Lord, I was under the impression that, it's me by myself, every man for himself, go do your own thing. And so I'm the type of person, I like to help no matter what. I don't care if, you say that this is just for you're responsible for this, I take the liberty to help no matter what. And I was like that from the jump, and I still am. But it's really cool to see different people helping you. As far as like the hygienist is concerned, I've recently realized, and a lot of people have told me, that hygienists are lazy. They were saying hygienists are lazy and that they don't like to help people out a lot. They typically clean the patients, do their notes, and they leave. They don't clean up the op. They don't take any of the instruments back. They don't do anything. And I guess when I came into the picture from school, helping everybody out, that was just something I kind of took on. I didn't really think that was a big deal to clean up what you missed. I mean, I feel like you learn that from even, being a child at home. So to me, I was really shocked that a lot of the DAs would come to me and be like, hey, thank you so much for cleaning up this op. I really appreciate it. Oh, I didn't realize you cleaned it up. Man, I thank you, because I'm behind. I'm just like, you're welcome, I guess. Yeah. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? And they're like, no, Jess, you gotta understand, hygienists don't clean their stuff. They don't clean up behind themselves. They even don't go into sterile and put, dentist stuff away. And I took it upon myself, from the jump, to learn what the assistants do as well, because the assistants do a lot. The assistants do a lot of stuff. You will be amazed at what they do. And so I'm like, we're a team. Just because I'm not what you are and you're not what I am, that doesn't mean I can't help you. They help me, I help them. So as you can see in a couple of videos back, I put up stuff in sterile. I go back and I get stuff from extractions. I get stuff for composites. I've learned, I took the time out to learn what the DAs do. Put these burrs here. You can't put the burrs in the ultrasonic by itself. You got to put it in a T holder to make sure the burrs don't float down into the bottom of the ultrasonic. Stuff like that. People really appreciate that, and that will take you a long way. The dental community is really small, and so if you can make a good impression on people, not because you're trying to make a good impression, but that's truly how you are, that's your heart, then you will be so good. You're setting yourself up for greatness. So Little things like that can really help you, and people appreciate that. The DAs, they're like family. Like we truly understand what needs to go, what needs to happen, and I really appreciate that they appreciate me. So yeah. So lesson number 1 is don't be lazy. If you're a hygienist, don't be lazy. Appreciate who you're working for and who you're working with, and help out. Like, this is a dental office. You know, you're supposed to be able to help out. Just because that's not what you get paid for necessarily doesn't mean that you can't help out. So, yeah. So keep that in mind when you're starting off working. Don't be lazy. Please don't be lazy, because you're not going to be happy. All right. Let's see what else I have. So, let's see. So, this is not as obvious as I thought it would be. So, patient hygiene, patient oral care, oral OHI is very important. A lot of the patients do not know that you should angle your toothbrush at a 45-degree angle until the sulcus between the gingiva and between your teeth and a proximal, so that you're removing the plaque and the buildup. A lot of the patients, they're still stuck on this big phones movement, big phone circling movement that the kids are supposed to use. They don't know that they need to transition to going from 2 to 3 teeth at a time, Charter's method maybe, or the Bass method. They need to know that, hey, this is what you need to do. If you're cleaning out calculus, if you're cleaning out plaque from underneath the gum subgingivally, that means they're not cleaning properly. You need to educate your patients. Even if you don't think you have enough time, while you're cleaning them, say, hey, I see a lot of subgingival calculus, aka I see a lot of plaque buildup underneath your gums, in between your teeth. This is a different way that you can move, you can angulate your toothbrush. So tell them while you're cleaning them, instead of going at a 90-degree angle where the brushes are on top of your teeth, angulate your toothbrush to where you can feel the toothbrush bristles going in between your teeth and in your gums. Not hard, not too hard, but just so you can feel it cleaning in your gums. And a lot of people are like, man, that makes sense. Thank you so much. That really helped me out. I didn't know that. And that's your OHI. You don't have to just literally stop, get out the brush, get out the mirror, show them. A lot of people can, use their imagination. Now, if they say, well, I don't understand, or you can even ask them yourself, do you understand this? Then that way you can confirm, or might need to go back over a couple of things when they're done in a couple of seconds, just so they can see what's going on. So keep that in mind as well. Don't just think that these people know what they're doing. Clearly, if there's buildup, there's something not going right, okay? So you need to question them, and not in a way that makes them feel bad, but you really truly want to show them, hey, I just need to make sure you're good at home. This stuff can really cause a lot of problems along the way if you're not taking care of it on the regular. 6 months is nothing when you can clean your teeth on the regular, the right way at home. So you just want to educate patients on things like that. That's really important. So I've also realized with classmates and other people I've talked to that you can make a lot of good money being a travel hygienist. But the kicker is, all money isn't good money. You might be working for an old dental office with the old traditional film that you had to develop in a dark room. You might have instruments that need to be sharpened, and you can't sharpen them because you already have a bunch of patients coming in. So travel hygiene isn't always the best. Now, if there's something that you want to do as far as like making a challenge for you, by all means do that. But I don't want you guys to think that travel hygiene is the end all be all. Sometimes it's nice to be in a home office where you know people and get to know them. It might be kind of lonely being a travel hygienist. So I thought about doing it, but I'm kind of like winding back. I'm just thinking like, hey, reminding myself that just because I'm traveling doesn't mean I'm going to be happy where I'm working. It's not going to be the same as where I'm working now. So I have to keep that in mind. And I don't feel like right now mentally I'm ready for that. So I had to keep that in mind as I was doing my research. Like, it's not always the best. Maybe one day here and there just to test it out and see. But all in all, I don't feel that travel hygiene is right for me right now. I'm still trying to get used to being a RDH and not just a RDH just traveling. So that's something for me that I'm kind of like telling myself, but for you guys as well, so you'll know what to expect. It's not always going to be the same. You might be wearing pedo, you might be in general, you might be, you'll travel so many places and so many people, and all the offices aren't the best. They might pay you top dollar, but they're gonna get their money's worth out of you. Trust and believe that. So just keep that in mind. Just a little side note. Ooh, the mouth getting dry. Hold on. By the way, this is a peach wine from Trader Joe's. Just right. Okay. So, of course, I kind of knew this back in school, but I love doing SRPs. That just, wow, it does something to me seeing that calculus coming off their mouth. Especially when they've been out of the dental office for a long time, and it's super serious calculus buildup, and you have to turn that cavitron all the way to the max, and you even need a dental assistant to help you suction those big pieces out. I love that. I don't have a lot of that. I'm thinking maybe that's just the area that I'm in. You know, a lot of more people kind of have money and the ability to take care of themselves. But when I do, I be going to town. Sometimes the cavitron doesn't even want to move the calculus. Like, you have to like tinker at it. Sometimes it doesn't even go away. I love that stuff. But always make sure that when you are doing SRPs like that, please numb them if you can. If their blood pressure is not it's not good enough, it's not safe when you're numbing them, of course, don't risk it. But there are some certain types of anesthesia, I think it's called Hygienist or something like that, where it doesn't have epinephrine in it, which of course, it elevates your blood pressure. So if your office does have Hygienist, I think I'm saying that right. I'm gonna see if I can spell it down below somewhere. Then don't risk it. Of course, you always have stuff like BLT, which if you never heard of that, I never heard of this in school. It's called BLT. It's a anesthetic topical, and it's full of benzo. And the BLT has benzocaine, lidocaine, tetracaine, and it works super fast. I had it used on me when I was training, just so I could feel it. It works, and it lasts about 30 minutes or so. So if you can't do that, sometimes patients just can't have the injection. Sometimes their blood pressure is too high. Sometimes they really need to get this SRP done so they can get other treatments done, like root canals and composites. Sometimes you just have to do it. So if you can't, topical is the way to go. I don't like Orachix. Orachix just doesn't really work for me. It's not fast enough. And because it's so liquidy, it just runs off. Like, it doesn't sit like the topical cream where you can rub it on there and let it sit. So I always recommend, if you can, try to see if your office manager will order you some BLT. Remember, it's benzocaine, lidocaine, tetracaine, and you have to get it through a pharmacy, I believe. So make sure your doctor can, put their name on it and have that ordered. It's so good. It's so good for people who are going through SRP. So another thing that has happened to me, I'm the only RDH in the office. So if I'm getting back-to-back SRPs, I won't get a lunch. I won't even be able to get up and go snack for real, just because there's so much going on. Especially if there's already patients in all the other ops and the DAs are busy, then I have to get up and go get the patient and sit them down, do their vitals, and then just start cleaning. It's also very hectic when the doctor is also in treatment with all the ops full, and I have to get him to do anesthesia. So that leads me into the next point. I will be trying to get my anesthesia license. I know that it will be a huge relief to the doctors when they don't have to hop out of the treatment and go numb and then come back into treatment. Kind of throws them off of their game. So in a year from now, I'll be trying to get my anesthesia license. I actually need to look up like where to get it done. I'm not sure if, I know I have to physically be there just because you have to practice with other people, but I know that some things can be online. So I'll let you guys know in like the upcoming videos that I have going on what I do find as far as hygiene numbing, hygienist numbing. We recently just got, I would say like a month ago, just got approved for Hygienist being able to numb in the state of Georgia. So I'm very happy about that. I still, like I said, I still have a year to go. Well, not a year, but a year. It feels like a year to go to actually practice as a hygienist before I apply to get my anesthesia license. But that will also pretty much come with a pay raise because they're gonna need me to do that. So make sure you guys do your research and see like what jobs will soon require you to have your hygiene license, because that's important as well. Yeah, guys, that's the end of that. I just want to talk to you guys real quick about what I was experiencing. This is my 4th month, so next year, of course, I'll be rolling into my 1st year as a hygienist, a registered dental hygienist, and I'm really grateful. I'm really excited for this opportunity. Like, this has brought me so much opportunity, and I'm so grateful to God that He's allowed me to be in a new state and have a new career. It's a wonderful career, and I truly love it. I'm just hoping that, you know, as time goes on, I can fall more in love with this wonderful career, and that I can grow and learn. You know, that's the most important thing. I've been trying to do my CEs. I've been slacking, but it hasn't been a full year yet, so I'm not rushing. But I do have a couple CEs, CE hours, points, credits, whatever, that I have gained. So that's good. So hopefully I'll be able to sit down and do some more CEs online, and hopefully go to like the Hygiene, I think that's how you say it, the dental courses that's coming. I think they're coming in February. If you guys know, let me know. But I think they're coming in February, so I'll keep you guys posted on that as well. So that's all I have for you guys. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, please let me know. DM me. I have on shorts, by the way. I can see myself. DM me on Instagram if you feel like your questions are a little bit more private and you don't want everybody to see your business. DM me. I'll never air out your information. Or if you feel comfortable asking me, just make a comment down below and I'll be sure to respond back to you guys. So I will talk to you guys soon. Be blessed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.